Hello, everyone, and welcome to Flashback number 25, where we are going behind the scenes of R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet. If you are new to this channel, click the subscribe button below for future notifications and updates. Click the like button to share this content with other fans. Usually, I post 10 movie flashbacks per year. However, Trapped in the Closet was a series of music videos. It was not a movie. I was not planning on doing this flashback. I wrote this flashback in August after I posted my flashback for the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So when the idea came to me, I had to think really hard if I wanted to post this flashback. It is now December, so I was thinking about this for months. This year marks the 20th anniversary of R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet. And what gave me the idea for this flashback was a TikTok video. The content creator is a black woman, and she posted a couple of videos about the down low culture, the DL culture, and her point was she thinks that 1 out of 5 men worldwide are gay. That's a whopping 20% of the male population. Me personally, I highly doubt it's that high. Anywho's, she said that it's 2025. We don't care who's gay. So stop lying, live your truth. There's no reason to be on the DL. So my comment to the video, to sum it up, the DL culture has been around since the 80s and 90s. Maybe even longer than that. And Oprah, back in the day, did a show about the DL culture. That's when someone in the mainstream media spoke about it. And who had a character who was on the DL? R. Kelly, when he wrote and produced Trapped in the Closet. So it was released in 2005, and after doing some reading, I realized that it was a moment in American pop culture. So in case you are unfamiliar with this story, Trapped in the Closet is considered to be a musical soap opera that was written, directed, and produced by R. Kelly. The story is divided up into chapters. Chapters 1 through 5 originally appeared on R. Kelly's 7th studio album titled TP3 Reloaded. At the time, R. Kelly was signed to Jive Records, the famous home of Britney Spears, the Backstreet Boys, and NSYNC. It was one of the greatest record labels back in the day. TP3 Reloaded was certified platinum within 3 months of its release, so the album was an instant hit. The first single from the album was Trapped in the Closet, Chapter 1, and it was released on April 5th, 2005. The record label released chapters 2 through 5, one at a time, to radio stations. The first 5 chapters were so popular that R. Kelly performed a new chapter at the 2005 MTV VMAs. Kelly continued with the story and wrote chapters 6 through 12. Then he made a long video for chapters 1 through 12, which was released on October 1st, 2005. The first 12 chapters clocks in at around 43 minutes. According to reports, the story is about a one-night stand that sets off a chain of events, revealing a greater web of lies, affairs, and deceit. End quote. The music follows a distinct E major pattern, and most chapters have the same melodic theme. Fast forward to December 2007, Kelly wrote 10 more chapters. Chapters 13 through 22 clocks in at 48 minutes. 4 years later, Kelly spoke with TMZ and he told them that he wrote 32 additional chapters, and the plan was to make a Trapped in the Closet movie to be released in theaters. And he also wanted to put a version of it on Broadway sometime in 2018. However, in 2019, the documentary Surviving R. Kelly was televised, and it tells the story of Kelly's sexual misconducts. That led to him losing his recording contract. Then in 2021, he was convicted of racketeering, sex trafficking, and child pornography. He was sentenced to 31 years in prison. His sentencing is the reason why I had second thoughts about doing this flashback. I did not watch the R. Kelly documentary. I did not follow his court case. I just read online the verdict and the sentencing, and that was pretty much it. I was a longtime fan of R. Kelly, so it took me a while for the verdict to sink in. But after the verdict, I stopped listening to R. Kelly's music. Now, keep in mind, there have been rumors about his sexual misconduct for a good 15 years prior to his sentencing and the court case. So once the court case was closed and he was sent to jail, that's when I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done listening to him. I'm no longer a fan. So it seems as though that I am in the minority because people are still listening to his music. But what disturbs me more than anything is he still holds the title King of R&B and the Pied Piper of R&B. And as of this year, 2025, Billboard ranked him in the top 10 of the greatest R&B singers of all time. I read the list, and to be honest, the list made me angry because he was ranked higher than Sam Cooke, Ray Charles, and Luther Vandross. He was also ranked higher than Usher. And Usher's album Confessions is one of the greatest selling albums of all time. That one album was certified twice. That means that album sold 20 million copies. Not one of R. Kelly's albums have been certified diamond twice. Not one. His best-selling album, R, which is his third album, sold 12 million worldwide. Not 20 like Confessions. So what was Billboard's explanation for him being in the top 10? They wrote, and I quote, "From a purely musical perspective, there's no denying that Kelly is one of the best contemporary R&B artists ever to pick up a microphone," end quote. Based on the article, I got the impression that Billboard is looking at the popularity and the strength of songs. But for me, the greatest singers of all time are really good at crafting albums, because making a great album is much harder than crafting a catchy song here and there. If I was to pick my favorite R. Kelly album, I might choose The Chocolate Factory. Putting that aside, to say that R. Kelly's legacy is complicated is a gross understatement. And at the time Trapped in the Closet, chapters 1 through 12, was released, the general consensus was, it is so bad that it's good. And it set off a chain of parodies. American Dad did a parody. Jimmy Kimmel, even Weird Al Yankovic did a parody of it. But I am looking back on this because I forgot that Trapped in the Closet was a pop culture moment back then. I wouldn't say that Kelly is a genius. I think he's a brilliant man. And he made a soap opera at a time when the soap opera was dying and people's entertainment consumption habits were changing. We can either laugh at Trapped in the Closet for it being absurd entertainment, or we can wonder if it is still relevant today now that the DL culture is still here and we thought it died out, but it didn't. I also wonder if Trapped in the Closet has aged well. Does it hold up after 20 years? Or maybe it has not, given the fact that Kelly was found guilty on sexual charges. Does Trapped in the Closet resemble reality too much for comfort? According to reports, R. Kelly had his own YouTube channel where he posted Trapped in the Closet, but once the allegations were made public, the channel was taken down. But another YouTube channel posted the series in July 2022. So, over the past 3 years, it has received over 2 million views. So this is still a popular musical soap opera. People are still watching it. Yeah. So that is all for today, my friends. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time with another movie flashback. Let me know in the comment box below what you think of R. Kelly's legacy. Take care.